you and I use them literally every day. But I know for a fact you don't appreciate them enough. Like, think about all the positives you get from a door. First off, they can seal heat, give privacy, act like a wrap for only one person. I'm dying on this hill, watch the Mythbusters episode. I mean, the things you can do with a door are endless. But do you even know about their history? How did these come to be as one of the cornerstones of all design? Yo, I'm Arieis, and today I've come to fill you in on the complete history of doors because I'm bored and decided to do this video. Oh yeah, I'll tell you up here what source I'm using in case you want to do a bit of research on your own as well. Trying to find the true origin of doors is hard because no one really knows. But what we know is caveman didn't use rocks for doors like the crews made you believe. Cavemen were too stupid to figure out actual doors, so most of them just kind of died or drew random shit on the walls. So if we want to see actual door stuff, we need to head to ancient Egypt. We actually start to see the modern door design in the tomb of the pharaohs. Except people haven't figured out how to make them open or close because these are what are called false doors. Without going into a completely different topic, they're basically doors that were meant to guide the pharaohs to the afterlife. However, around the same time, except now we gotta deal with the Swiss, God bless the Swiss, so our timeline's around 3063 BC. They started using solid wood doors to help with the climate. So really, I guess this is one of the first instances of a door. Man, we've come so far. Side note, this website that I got it from is so goddamn old that I had to share site to fucking Yahoo Buzz. Yahoo Buzz was a news site, and honestly, bring it back, because I want a fucking buzz down post. Hashtag bring back Yahoo Buzz. Anyway, I digress. So here are some diagrams of the first door, the thing that started it all. God, I love doors. Anyway, here's what the artist Kurt, last name, envisioned it would look like on a house. These tend to be made of many different types of wood, such as olive wood, elm, cedar, oak, and cypress? I think I pronounced that right. Now, why don't we head to the true renaissance for us door lovers out there? Let's head to the Greeks and the Romans. The Greeks and the Romans saw this newfangled door technology, and what I mean by new, I mean like 4,000 to 5,000 years old at this point, but it's young. And they decided to innovate. Some of the greatest iterations of doors came from these people, like the double door, the triple door, the sliding door, and finally the folding doors. These people knew what was up when it came to doors. They put these babies in their houses, their tombs, and not the Colosseum. The Colosseum had a more sinister kind of door, the trap door. They used these trap doors to raise animals and gladiators from the underground tunnels to the arena floor. But something even crazier was being developed. We humans always love inventing stuff that make our lives easier. And you know, opening a door is just so hard. So some random guy made the Pneumatica door. And by random guy, I mean Heron of Alexandria. Pneumatica basically means stuff to do with air and gases, which in the modern day we call pneumatics. So this guy created the first ever automatic door. Well, kinda. See, the doors worked on steam, and then they used heat from the fire they'd light to send the water streams to the counterweight pulley system. As Europe began to develop further and further, we saw tons of different types of doors. Bronze doors in Germany, and even glass doors in Russia. Many new door styles are being developed, like the half doors. That one looks like that one Minecraft glitch texture. Saloon doors, Louvre doors. These aren't doors, what the hell? Steel security doors, and many more that I don't have time to cover. But this means we're skyrocketing into the modern times. When the door is being innovated along with technology, we're getting high-speed doors, like garages that use motors to move. We're getting motion-censored automatic doors, so like actual real automatic doors. Side note again, what is this backroom-ass Wikipedia picture? This literally spooked me. And you probably know the rest. You've seen doors around. Look, the history of doors isn't one filled with hardship or sadness or revenge plot lines. But what doors do have is a bit of psychology behind them that you probably have never thought about. And if you also love making everyone in the room uncomfortable, then allow me to tell you the psychology of the door. Now, everything that I talk about right now is discussed in the book The Psychology of Everyday Things by Donald Norman. I'd highly recommend this book to people who like to ask questions on how things are made. But let's give you a little bit of context before we go back into doors. Now, in his book, he describes the 7 stages of action, which can be broken down even further into the 4 stages of execution and then the 3 stages of evaluation. These are those stages. Number 1, forming the target. Number 2, forming the intention. Number 3, specifying the action. Number 4, executing said action. Step 5, perceiving the state of the world. Step 6, interpreting the state of the world. And finally, Step 7, evaluating the outcome. Whenever you design anything, you should be using the mentality of the user-centered design. To quote the Wikipedia page's summary, because I thought it explained it really well, user-centered design involves simplifying the structure of tasks, making things visible, getting the mapping right, exploiting the powers of constraint, designing for error, explaining affordances, and the 7 stages of action, which we just talked about. So what the fuck does this have to do with the goat of all designs, doors? Sorry, there's some stupid ass dog barking outside. Yo, shut the fuck. It actually stopped. It didn't stop. It started. So in order to design the best doors, we need to use a bit of ecological psychology. Now, this is kind of hard to explain, but think of it almost as human instinct combined with every possible outcome of using a door. So let's start us out simply with a plain old door. This door has a doorknob. How do we open it? The 2 options are you push or you pull it. I'll give you some time to answer. Now, if you didn't feel like there was just one answer, you'd be correct. You see, a doorknob doesn't give us any clue to our brains on how to open this door. But what if we were to replace this doorknob with a horizontal bar? How do you open this door? If you said push, you're correct. These doors are usually designed to be pushed. Now, interestingly enough, the amount of possible things you could do with this door has not changed at all. This could very well be a pull door for all we know. But if the designer is competent, this is going to be a push door most of the time. Now, how do you communicate pulling? Well, that's pretty easy. Use vertical bars that indicate you should pull. And that's really it. That's the basic breakdown of doors. That was a brief synopsis of their history and how they're designed. So next time you're out and about and see a door that isn't designed very well, just keep it to yourself. Honestly, people will see you as crazy if you even mention it. Thanks for watching.